In this video, I'm going to give you 7 tips for how to prepare for Christmas if you are a seller on eBay, whether you dropship or you do any type of selling on eBay or Amazon for that matter. Let's get right into the first one, but remember to stick around to the end for my #1 tip, the most important thing that I think you need to do if you are an e-commerce seller and you want to prepare well for the Christmas season. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I'll say, and the most obvious one, is that you want to list during this time of year items that people would actually buy during the Christmas season. Now, obviously, a big thing that people buy are gifts. Now, the weird thing about gifts is that really anything could be a gift. I sell a lot during the year of tools and home improvement items, and a lot of people buy those as gifts during the Christmas season. So what is a gift is kind of hard to nail down because it could be anything. So instead, I focus a lot on decorations. People in America love decorating for Christmas and for the holiday seasons. So I suggest listing up a bunch of Christmas decorations and other holiday decorations, things they could put up around the house, things they could put on their lawn. People love that stuff and they buy a lot of it. So that is tip #1. So tip #2, I'd say, is that you just have to list more items. This is crunch time. You got to put a lot of time and effort and work into growing your store, especially during this time of year. It's really about numbers. Normally during the year, I suggest only listing up items that you know are going to sell well, items with sales history. During this time of year, I kind of think the game changes a bit, and I really think it's more of a numbers game. So find the items that I talked about in tip #1 and just list more of those items, and that is tip #2. Tip #3 is to think seriously about hiring some seasonal help. Specifically, hiring some virtual assistants to help you run your business. If you're doing an eBay dropshipping business like I am, you know that it requires a lot of manpower after you start to really scale it up. A lot of people eventually will need a virtual assistant no matter what time of year it is. But especially during the holiday season, it gets really busy really quickly, and I would seriously considering hiring someone just on a seasonal basis. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I did that last year, and actually things worked out so well with them that I kept them on as help for the rest of the year. So considering hiring a virtual assistant, there's links to the service I use called Online Jobs. There's a link to that in the description of this video. I'm going up a hill, I'm a little out of breath, so I'm gonna go on to tip #4 now. So, tip #4 that I have is for you to get down all the systems that you need to run your store and make sure they are squared away before Q4 really starts, before the end of November. So your whole order processing system, everything that you do to list items, everything you do for customer service, it needs to be done step by step. You need that whole system locked down before the middle of November. You don't want to be figuring this stuff out during December. That is the wrong time to be figuring it out. It's just going to be too crazy with customers and sales. You don't want to waste time during that time period figuring it out. Now is the time to get to work. Now is crunch time. Figure it out now so that you don't waste time later when you should be just concentrating on making sales and getting your orders fulfilled and out to your customers on time. So the 5th tip that I have that might work for you is to add another supplier to your store. So maybe you're only using one supplier like Amazon to dropship from. You might want to add a second one like Walmart or Home Depot before you get into the Christmas season. Now remember my last tip though. You don't want to be adding a new supplier in the middle or late November or early December. You want enough time to figure out a good system that works with the new supplier. So do this in September, October at the latest. That way you get everything in place ready for Q4. but adding a new supplier can really help advance your game because you're going to add new items. You might be able to tap into some mini niches that other people aren't really selling items from. So it really just expands your inventory and your possibilities if you're doing it early enough in the year. Tip number 6 I have for you is to look out for and to take advantage of any deals and coupons that are going to come up during this time of year. All these big box stores are trying to get more customers into their store than any other store or onto their website. So there's a lot of big deals happening. And if you sell an item, let's say you source it from Walmart, see if it's available on Amazon or Home Depot for cheaper. See if you can get a coupon for that website or any other website, and if you can try to get the item for as cheap as possible. There's a lot of opportunity out there if you're willing to shop around, look for coupons, look for deals. All these things are going to be really make a big difference in your profit if you are willing to put in the work to try to find these opportunities and find these deals. Orlando, hi! Hi, sweetie. Hi. And my last tip for you is to make sure that you are mentally prepared for the Christmas season, Q4. It can be a really tiring time of year as an e-commerce seller or any type of retailer. So make sure that you are mentally prepared for that, and make sure you take some time now before Q4 starts to get some rest and take it easy so that you feel nice and relaxed and energized and ready to go when it's time to really crush it during the Christmas season. All right guys, that's all I have for you today. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment below with your top tip for making it through the Christmas season as an e-commerce seller. If I didn't cover it in this video, I would love to hear more tips from you guys. And of course, if you liked the video and want more videos like this in the future, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you do, then I'm sure I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.